Well, to be fair,
You guys still practice cooking? Because you had been doing that.
you are still breathing.
True.
Manually.
Yeah, I mean, your subconscious is... it's hard to describe without just, like, telling Fisher what's going on. Your subconscious is still strong enough in the fact that it will breathe for you. But you failed miserably a mental effect save. So, your subconscious, for a moment... When you manually stopped breathing, your subconscious just forgot to start again. Right?
Okay.
But now that you fixed that, right? Or Dr. Fisher fixed that. Whoever we want to decide fixed that. You're back to normal, and the checks go normal for you. However, Dr. Fisher,
Yes.
you notice the change in Chan. And I think you, better than most people, know what's going on.
Yeah.
Comma, you monster.
So there are a couple of things here, Dr. Fisher. Roll me a tech med check.
Okay.
It's a lot of tech med today. I know.
But that's his business.
Ooh, good.
Yeah.
Good. So, Dr. Fisher, and this is probably relative to the fact that you've been studying this kind of thing. Chan, at one point during one of the sessions, probably expresses to you, because after you notice, like, the biological changes, you probably prompt a question along the lines of, how have you been eating, Chan? And he gives you the answer you were kind of dreading but expecting when he says that, to be honest, I can't remember when I've really ate a meal that satisfied me. Because I would assume, and Gogo, you can correct this if it's wrong, after you both kind of came to the realization that you haven't been eating, you went and ate, immediately. Because that's just a weird thing, right? Like, you realize you haven't been eating, so maybe we should go eat. Like, if you're hungry, Chan, let's go get food. And he brings up the fact that he doesn't feel like he's, even though he has done the thing, he doesn't feel like he's been eating. He says, Dr. Fisher, I'm just hungry all the time.
Yes.
And usually when it's like that, I make, I believe Oscar calls them omelets. And usually I put a little bit of the things we call peppers and onions and sometimes forms of meat like the pigskin or I believe it is called bacon, but also sometimes the sausage and that.
Yes. I know of these things, Chan. Let me try something for you, Chan. Just wait a moment as I go to the other end of the med bay and get one of the rats I have for my scientific endeavors.
One of the lab mice. Sure.
Yeah. And I bring it in front of Chan.
Gogo, are you in the room?
I mean, yeah, we've already determined I'm there all the time.
Okay, good. Good. It's going to help Chan. Don't worry.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, nope, still fails. So there's a moment where you're presenting it in front of Chan. And you see this, Dr. Fisher, but Gogo, you don't. His pupils dilate so far that they seem to disappear and before you can react, Dr. Fisher, Chan snatches the rat and has, like, shoved it into his mouth. And Gogo, from your perspective, you just see, like, you know, Dr. Fisher's like, bring this out, okay, Chan, and then it's just gone, and you see Chan, like, holding his hand up to his mouth and, like, chewing and crunching on something.
This has progressed much faster than I thought.
By the way, he had advantage on that check, just in case you guys were curious.
Wow.
Holy crap.
I think Gogo just stands up and leaves the room.
Yeah. And after a moment, he, like, you see his pupils, they return to normal, and Chan, for a moment, just kind of sits there, and he looks at you, Dr. Fisher, and he says, actually, Dr. Fisher, I feel better now. Whatever that was, I think it helped. And he kind of, like, looks around, and he's like, Did Gogo leave? I did not see her go.
She stepped out for a moment. It's okay, but this is good news, Chan. This is, you know, you won't have to go hungry.
Also, Dr. Fisher, Gogo has told me that whatever I am, whatever this change is, that she is also experiencing it. I am... And he kind of, like, looks around to make sure she's not in the room. He goes, Dr. Fisher, I am worried about her. I do not know if, without my help, she can do this, even though I do not know what this is. What can I do, Dr. Fisher? How can I help the most?
Chan, I believe there's only one thing you need to do to keep Gogo happy. And that is to always be with her. To never disappear from her again. Of course, not in an entirely literal sense, as I know you like to take things literally, but just never abandon Gogo.
I could not, even if I wanted to. And I certainly do not want to. I am bound to her. She is the overseer, even though that is not what she wishes me to call her. I have had problems in the past. I would not relive that.
As long as you don't want to, Chan, then that is the important thing, okay?
I understand, Dr. Fisher. Thank you. And he probably says, I should really be going and finding her. Is our session complete?
Yes, this will do for today. Thank you very much, Chan.
Thank you, Dr. Fisher. And he gets up and he walks out the door, and you see where his other hand was gripping the bed. You see the metal is imprinted with his grip, as if he were extra strong.
Oh no, they're
Gripping
super
onto it.
zombies.
I think I said it at the beginning of the session. I haven't seen much of Bullet Can't Stop.
So,
Brilliant.
Dr. Fisher, do you want to roll a couple of science checks? Or research checks while we're at it, since we're on you?
Yeah, I mean, new Chan that was almost obsessed with eating things making sure my new energy weapon is fully spec'd out might not be a bad thing.
You're so mean.
I like
you-
how...
You act like Chan might be the only person we kill.
Yeah, so
Oh.
the best part about this...
You guys are so mean.
The best part about this is Dr. Fisher has a 20 tick clock to try and figure this out, which is 20 jumps. And he's like, actually, I think it's better if I have good armament in this situation. This is
If
Hang
he
around Fortune.
fails, he might need a laser weapon.
You've been hanging around Fortune too much.
true. So Dr. Fisher, this is the optional third one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, this one is going to be a little bit different. I would like you to roll me a combat energy with intelligence. And I'm looking for a big ol' roll here.
Okay. That's not a big old roll.
You have a
No.
reroll if you would like to use it.
Oh, go on.
You don't have to. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ugh. Oh,
I don't know.
boy. Yeah.
That's what you get for not helping Chan.
So yeah, I think it's just like everything going on. You're
Yeah.
too distracted to really put energy into. Like every time you like pick up a drawn schematic, you like set it back down. And you're like, man, what can I do next? And then you pick it back up, and then you set it back down, and then you pick it back up, and you set it back down, and the next thing you know, you're out of the jump, and you've progressed nothing in the first jump. But you do have another roll you can make if you want to do that real quick.
Sure. This doesn't then I'll probably. Yeah,
No.
that's.
It sounds like you might want to give that to Fortune and have him take a look at it.
Yeah, the next week passes by very tumultuously for you. You don't get a whole lot done, Dr. Fisher.
I mean, my head's just spinning. I've got. Chan might go out of control at any time, and then there's also what will happen to Go-Go should that happen, and now we have this crazy Shrek
Yeah,
that's
few
now on our
zombies
ship.
and a murder
and-
machine.
Yeah, things are a bit messy at the moment.
Excellent. So I see that Oscar, perhaps you have a
Fisher.
conversation with Fortune during this time that we need to.
Oh, no, I was just kind of shooting the shit.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know. I mean, Oscar does not know all that much about Fortune. Like, they both know what... they more or less know what the other is good at, and I don't think that includes knowing languages.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe get to know a little bit based on the fact that you're being hunted by members of his mercenary group.
Possible.
So, but
Yeah.
that's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Where are we headed right now?
You are headed to 0307, so it's one jump away from your first destination.
Yeah, we're about to land on 0307.
Well, not land there. You're just
Or
like
land
in
on,
system. Yeah.
Refueling.
Also, Go-Go, yes, that is a pie.
Well,
Wait, what's a pie?
That's... I need to know. What's a pie?
let's go back to the other screen for a hot minute.
So, Go-Go
See,
Go-Go
as
also
well there.
figured out how to write things, and so is
Oh no,
now...
no! I am the original writing things on
That's
this
true.
map. Hold
That's
on,
true.
let's be clear.
Okay, I see it.
Also, you missed the other one that is literally at Fortune Station in the cockpit. Fortune literally has a pie at his station.
But why? I'm so
Oh.
confused.
I don't.
That's
Because certain events are time critical and we better fucking move.
No, but these are like literal pies. Like
yeah.
Yeah, it actually looks like
What do you-
pie and then
what do
hot
you think
cocoa
they
with
represent?
marshmallows in it.
pies.
That's a literal like cherry pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a coffee.
I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm just confused. Also, what is this? Oh, never mind.
Oh
What is-
no.
What is what?
This right here.
Oh, that's clearly an arcade machine.
That's what I thought. Isn't this clearly like an arcade console of some sort?
So
It's
we've
like-
actually
it's-
used that
Is
before.
it Space Invaders?
No, it's the
Is
golf.
It Space
It's
Invaders?
that golfing one.
Yeah.
It's got the little ball
Oh,
on
that
it. They
game's
gotta
so
roll.
lame, though.
Well,
Why do
actually,
you think they put it next to the med bay?
I've actually used this as a console to control things from outside the med bay, inside the med bay. We've
like when you
used
have
that
to take
before.
like X-rays. And
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Can it carry on? I had a lot of time to stare at this map today. Okay.
So yes,
I'm sorry, Meg. I don't do this often.
I know it's fine. That was not a diss. It was just
I
an
know.
observation.
I'm aware that I took a full hour and a half out of this session.
It's fine.
Everybody gets their dice. So, do we arrive at 0307? None worse for the wear? Question mark.
Yeah,
Describe it that way.
I think at some point, Oscar would go and talk in private to both Fortune and Fisher, like Fisher about Oa's condition, and Fortune about like, hey, still not sure if she's gonna backstab us. Like, keep a couple rounds in there. Like,
You're doing the
just so you know.
so like
you're doing the Emma Watson thing where she's in that awkward gif where she like shakes her thumbs. She's even like,
I don't
hey,
know.
yeah, I don't know if we're gonna die or not, but hey, yeah, totally.
I can imagine what you're saying, even if I'm not familiar enough with the game. Yeah. But yeah, he's like, I don't know if she's still gonna fuck us. I don't know if this was a
A clever ruse. That's all it's ever been.
I have a question. Has Fortune gone to speak to Gogo at any point since they've returned from this trip?
That is a good question.
Have you been into the cargo bay?
Probably not.
very preoccupied with his rifle.
Probably not then.
Okay, just curious.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's doing that like awkward, like, yeah, I don't know.
See, in my head, because she's more attractive, I thought Emma Stone, not Watson.
I will.
I actually completely disagree with that statement.
I will actually probably fight you on that. I'm just saying.
Well, that's good. We won't be fighting each other over people that are unattainable
no,
to us.
When they both-
Emma Stone
yeah.
has crazy girl eyes, and I can't handle that.
Yeah, it turns out I'm totally into that.
I mean, hey, you know what? If that's
Crazy
your
girl eyes, what is that?
please go look up any picture ever of Emma Stone, like in existence of history, and just like look at her eyes for a second.
I mean, I guess I'll take your
See,
word.
Matt knows exactly what I'm talking about, though.
Sure, I guess it's a guy thing. I don't understand that.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I digress. So you go to talk with Fisher.
I mean, I don't know
Moving-
that I
moving
do.
along.
I was just curious because it seems as though, well, I don't know. We had a very awkward conversation before I left the ship and all this shit went down, and then he doesn't come talk to me or say anything to me for a while. I don't know. I was just curious.
Damn it, Fortune.
Oh Jesus! 38 new messages and orders. Whoops. That's why I don't check Discord when I'm streaming. I'll get to that later. Okay. Anyway, continue. So Fortune, yeah. So you just like are avoiding each other's, not like on purpose, but through happenstance. Through happenstance, avoiding each other. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So mean. Oh my god.
Megan, look at her eyes. Look at them. They're literally about to attack us. Okay? They are going to detach from her skull and attack us. Anyway.
Okay, so back to the game. Sorry.
So Fortune's avoiding me. It's fine. We can move on. Let's go.
So, you go see Dr.
She's
Fisher.
still
I mean, listen, she is attractive. I'll give you that.
Or do you mean these crazy eyes?
Yeah, here it
I'm
comes.
officially stopping to look at, not looking at Discord anymore.
Oh yes, this is the best. Have you seen the GIF? It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Anyway, Oscar, you go see Fisher to check on the status of your betrothed?
My political
Right.
prospect.
Yeah. Oh, here, let's just show the stream the crazy eyes real quick. Yeah, there we go. See them all, guys? Isn't that amazing? Okay.
Oh, so you're showing stream our Discord chat?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Yeah. They deserve to laugh.
Yep. Dr. Fisher, where does he find you? Understand, you've had a tough day. You've had a tough week in the office, so maybe you're not there, right?
Yeah, I'm probably, like, Oscar probably obviously goes to the med bay, looks around like, wait, he's not actually in the med bay. Where the hell is he? Because I usually sleep in the med bay, but on this occasion I am actually sleeping in my designated room, which I think has been used like twice. However many months we've...
Wait, you were given a room? Question mark? You don't
Exactly.
sleep in
Yeah,
the
I
bed?
actually think he has Boomer's room, which is right next to you, to be honest.
Sure.
He actually has the second biggest room on the ship.
Right next to good.
So you find him there, Oscar. How do you initiate that conversation?
He would ask, like, were you... I mean, she's clearly up and about. Everything was fine. Bringing her back.
What?
Did you have any difficulty resuscitating Oha?
Oh,
The condition I was handed her was fairly rough, even by our standards.
yeah. She certainly has a lot of scar tissue. You haven't let me cut you open, so I don't quite know the whole physiological standpoint of your structure.
Fisher, it is likely enough that you will get an opportunity without opening me yourself. When that day comes, keep me alive, but you are welcome to poke around. Until then, Oha.
Yes, waking her up was no issue, but I guess if you're asking for contraceptives, that's about the one thing I haven't got on the ship.
I like how Fisher is just still oblivious to what's going on and just assumes.
I mean...
Phil, someday I will tell you, and I will regale you of stories.
Fisher's probably thinking this is the most awkward courting ritual he's ever seen.
I mean, yeah.
And he's seen quite a few, to be fair.
Yeah. Tying her to a chair, stored in a box for days.
Is this one of them mail order brides I heard about?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Fisher. He says, Fisher, this is currently and potentially never anything of the sort. Political
Okay.
ally. Do you understand?
I thought that was just a code name because you were embarrassed.
No, Fisher.
So, what did you need with me, Guardian?
You are a physician. I'm interested in the condition of the person that we have on the ship.
Well, she...
What did you learn, if anything?
Her condition was okay. When she got to the med bay, she was merely dehydrated, but there was a lot of, as I say, scar tissue, some very old. Quite-
I am still unclear what her past has involved. This is not terribly surprising, though.
Yes.
Thank you,
Whatever
Fisher.
It wasn't good.
Did you speak otherwise?
She merely requested some rest, and I wasn't going to oppose that.
It's almost worrisome that this is going as uneventfully as it is, but we'll take it.
Very well.
Thank you, Fisher.
Anytime, Oscar.
Oh, what's happening to Gogo here? Status effects are like...
I was trying to figure out what the zombie symbol is. I can't find a good one.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty close.
was
I mean,
also
at this
gonna try
point,
to
just
tell
put
a
them all up.
Story. See, like, wait.
I mean, there's also this one.
No, wait. Hold on. Although it goes in the wrong order, I have to think about it for a second. And then... Oh, wait, no, I should do this. Carry on, by the way.
Okay. And then you said you go to Fortune at some point, correct?
Oh, yeah, but I don't think that that's like...
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I don't have anything because I can't think of a way... out of character, I cannot think of a way to explain my new abilities, which is the only pertinent thing I would have to tell them about.
Right.
So I think the spidey senses are going to have to come out naturally.
Sure. So, you guys arrive at 0307. And now it just requires the one jump over. So, Gogo, if you want to make that jump. I assume you're going to 0308 first, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it's
you
just...
cut out when you said the actual number, but if you said 0308...
Discord is fucking me
Correct.
today.
It's the weirdest thing because you are literally the only one who cuts out that much.
I swear we're not messing with you either.
Like, we're not fucking
we're not...
with you. Like, literally every time
No, I believe you.
we're in, it cuts out.
I believe you. You know what? Let me... I feel like my
And it's
sensitivity...
revealed to be...
Well, I feel like my sensitivity is so
Nothing.
high.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the fact that it, like, somehow all of a sudden reads you as not speaking, which I don't understand.
Yeah, so it's
That's
supposed
fine.
to automatically detect my sensitivity. Maybe I'll mess with that later. I'll keep you guys after stream and mess with that to
It's
hopefully
fine.
avoid that.
I will roll my navigation now.
Yes, difficulty 7, please.
Ta-da!
Nailed it. Oh my god,
That's
there's
awesome.
more Emma Stone gifts.
Guys, leave her alone. You're so mean.
She's
No.
got crazy eyes.
I'm not being mean. I'm saying that despite and perhaps inclusive of that, I am like all about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say not despite that, including that. I think she
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is an integral part of the situation, as we understand it. So, 3 more days pass. Dr. Fisher, if you would like to roll another science check on whatever you would like to roll it on.
Maybe go give Fortune a rifle first, and then go make a science check.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so after a week of, like, fucking with it, you can't figure it out.
Yeah, I'm. Fortune, can I have some time, please?
Pew pew. Huh? What? Yeah.
New weapon testing.
Oh, sweet. What do we got?
I've managed to figure out most of it, but there's just these other parts which I can't quite understand.
Okay, so I'll ask
assume-
first. What do you know?
Well, this was Bruno's laser rifle, and the energy condensers are a lot more efficient and provides much higher potential output.
What?
It can shoot harder than other laser rifles.
Oh, okay. So what do you need me to tell you?
I mean, that's just the base compression. As you can see, there's a lot of other modifications done to this specific gun.
So yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Yes, thank you very much, Fortune.
Yeah, so if you want to roll a combat energy with intelligence, see if you can get it. A 10 is what I was looking for, actually. So
First time. Oh,
you begin to mess around with it, and the thing that you do really well, Fortune, is disassemble, reassemble, clean, that kind of thing. You practice it literally on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And you begin to disassemble this thing, and you get to a point, and you realize very quickly you need to stop, because it appears these modifications are adjusted in such a way that the weapon is inert when fully configured, but should it be disassembled in an incorrect way, or perhaps, messed with in some way that could be bad, there is a chance that because of all this extra efficiency that's being pushed through the batteries, that instead of expanding through the barrel, it may expand outward rapidly. As in create an explosion.
Nice.
So, there's probably the moment where, you go to pull a piece off and you see, a couple of wires connected that you weren't expecting to be connected.
Yeah.
And you do, the bend down thing, and then you very slowly, place it back. How do you react to that?
I'm
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm like, why?
So it doesn't look intentional.
No?
No. It looks like somebody got a little mod happy.
Okay.
And, it's like the people who have their fucking vaporizers blow up in their faces. Right?
Yeah.
It's configured in that sort of way. You might be able to reverse it, but it seems more dangerous to do so. The good news is, regular use shouldn't affect this.
Okay.
The bad news is, if somebody shoots it while it's in your hand,
it might blow up.
it might explode.
Okay. I'd probably pass on to Fisher that I'd be like, let me mess with this more when we're not traveling through hyperspace. Well, I'm probably not on the ship. You can shoot it, but don't get shot.
Yeah, don't drop it too hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Question mark.
There's something it's not assembled correctly.
Is that bad?
Yeah. No. Yes and no. It'll shoot. It'll function, but don't take it apart and don't jiggle it too much.
Okay.
You know what? Hold on. I grab the laser rifle behind me and I give it to him, and I'm like, you use this one for now. I'm gonna put this one in a safe place, and I'll give it back to you when it's fixed.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Thanks.
Okay.
Sure. Fantastic.
Let me update my
Yeah,
stuff.
and so just for your benefit, it provides the normal +1 for energy weapon, but it is a 1d12 as opposed to a 1d10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did Fortune just low key steal that, or is he actually? I'm genuinely curious.
Fortune hasn't decided yet. He hasn't got to shoot it.
Right. Yeah, that's the deciding factor, right? Like, if this handles appropriately, I might take the risk.
If I can fix this.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
or if I can fix this, we'll see what happens.
Savage.
I mean, if I fix it and paint it, who's to know that it's silver?
It's true. Good point. Okay, so you arrive at 308, and this is the yes.
Would we?
Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
Did you want to do something else? I apologize.
Let's actually do some Ghoul research, just.
Oh, correct. Yes, go for it. I apologize. So your first of 20 here.
Oh my god.
That can just be a go, just complete Ghoul research.
Yeah, and I think that honestly, it's the first couple are certainly just going to be kind of tied in with your normal checks, but figuring out what's actually going on, right? So just give me a tech med check for the first one.
These horrible bros, god damn it.
Yeah, again, you are fuckered these past 9 days.
I think you need to get off the ship.
Yeah, I think you need some fresh air, Dr. Fisher. You're. Can you describe what's going on and why you're just making no headway with anything lately?
You know, it's been a very stressful kind of month. You know, I had to persuade everyone to travel across the galaxy. I then had to lie to my own planet's government and sneak people in and out with the huge secret that's treasonous with immediate death.
Yeah, and what would Mama think about that?
I know, right?
Spoon would come out.
It might.
Wooden spoon time.
It might.
I'll carve your heart out with a spoon. That's another reference none of you are going to get. Brilliant.
No, I know that one.
That is offensive. That insulted my honor, sir.
Do you actually get that reference?
Continue.
Brilliant. Oh, yes, I'm very stressed and I know very upset in real life too.
Okay. So, when you arrive, this is the home of Westwind, and as you warp into the or as you drill into the system, you get the normal spam alerts. Fortune, you receive a message from Westwind, a reply to your message.
Okay.
And when you open it up, it's like somebody was typing in what's the symbol?
Web dings?
Yeah, like web dings or something. It's completely unreadable. It's not a code. It's just like completely fucked. And you can't discern any information besides the fact that it is a reply from Westwind to you.
Does it have like an office that it was replied from?
No.
I'm okay.
It looks like an automated reply. You know how like those emails come in and they look like automated replies?
Okay. Well, I'll leave it for now since we're at Westwood.
Yeah. So as you're pulling up to the fuel station, to get some fuel and progress into the system, I assume you all are in the cockpit because that's normally where you guys are when you're going to a place. I think we've determined that by now. Minus Chan, who is in engineering, obviously.
Eating the rats.
I think that as you guys are approaching, Oha comes in. And she kind of like comes in and she looks around at the group of you, and you've probably had like minor conversations with her at some point. And she kind of just like stands in the back. Does anyone say anything to her?
I probably don't like her standing behind me, so I go stand.
Okay. So you like stand next to her?
Yeah.
Because she's like leaning against the wall in the back, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I see her, and then I make it obvious that I make a point to stand beside her.
Yeah.
Is Fortune just like envisioning his eyeballs getting pushed through the front of his face, like by psychic pressure or something?
Well, I'm just. You told me to keep some rounds and
yeah.
the gun, so
yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on things.
Good job.
So
I don't. If she doesn't say anything, we proceed as normal. Okay. I don't say anything to her directly.
As you approach the fuel station, you receive a hail, Dr. Fisher. It's coming from a Westwind identification, and you can see the designation of ship too. It appears to be coming from a Canterbury class cruiser, which is one of the warships that Westwind creates. Usually for its own personal fleet, but they can also be, commissioned out to others. But it's coming with a Westwind identification signature, and it's for like a video or a video hail.
This is cool, right, guys? Yeah.
I don't expect that we have any option. It's a cruiser.
You don't see the ship on the sensors. You've just like received the hail as you're approaching the station. But Oscar makes a good point. It is a cruiser. You're not gonna fight that thing for sure.
Neither does our outrun it strategy work in this situation either.
Yeah. Because it can just shoot you from like forever away.
I open comm channels.
Yeah. So on your little view screen, a man pops up, and he says, "Greetings. I am Commander Ashwater. I greet you from Westwind Corporation. We've scanned your identification signature and identified as a Westwind ship belonging to..." And you see he kind of he receives like a message from off screen. He says, "And Arthur Fuller and Nathan Brooks. Are you aware that the ship has been reported stolen?"
No, as Arthur is on the ship right now.
May I speak with him, please?
That's me.
Yeah, so you walk up to the view screen or whatever, and he says, "Very well, you will understand if I do not take your word for it."
Absolutely, here's my documentation.
Yeah, and you can see, you send him, the credentials, right? And he kind of, looks at his pad and he says, Interesting.
Who was the ship reported stolen by?
Well, Arthur Fuller. By you, of course. Now, I'm going to require some physical identification if you don't mind. If you could power down your engines at the nearest resting point. We would like to make an inspection.
Absolutely.
Before we do you have any goods or traveling with anything that might be dangerous or...
Fortune, please. Do we have to go down the list right now?
I
It's
mean,
a long list.
just the normal
Real
shipment.
Normal.
Well, I mean, our normal isn't everyone's normal, all right?
Sure, this is true. What is normal, really?
Yeah,
What
and I
is
think
normal?
I think he looks at you, and you're not sure that he believes you, but he does say, "Very well, we'll send a team aboard. Pray that they will be in safe hands aboard your ship, Arthur Fuller."
I won't do anything to him.
That they don't deserve.
I mean, if they open up that box in our cargo bay, I don't know what's in it. I don't know what will happen to them once they do. So
It's true.
So you head to the designated point. And you can see now the kind of dull gray, like the gunmetal gray cruiser. And it's also flanked by 2 destroyer-class frigates.
got it.
Dr. Fisher, if you want to roll me a... what's that skill that we roll for this? There's a specific skill for it. If you would like to roll me a... vehicle space with intelligence. Because you're on the sensors, so...
Okay, sure. I think because that's my job, and if I'm going to constantly be on sensors...
Well, this is simply just for identifying the ship. I should clarify. It's not to, like, gain valuable information. Well, I guess it is, kind of. But it's to identify the class and make of ship.
I'm also thinking for future purposes.
That's
True.
smart.
So I'm going to bump that up to a 0.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Fortune and I are not going to be able to do that effectively, and Gogo's got to fly. So
Yeah.
if you want to step up, that would be just
Because
swell.
I've been trying to run sensors when we go into ship combat, and it doesn't work.
Okay.
God,
Holy
you had
So-
this thing today.
Well,
So this is the opposite of how the past 2 games have gone in this.
Yeah.
So you try to look, and all you get back is the designation. You'd have to do some further research at like a comm hub or whatever to figure this out, or maybe it's public knowledge, maybe it's not. But the IF returns them as Westwind affiliated Brutalis class destroyers. That's all the information you get.
So bad should get on the side.
Yeah, so based on the name, they are designed to destroy things. Right? Like, not necessarily for any other purpose. But they're the same class of ship as you, right? Like, they're the same relative hull size and, that kind of thing as you. They're still technically a frigate class
They just
ship.
have lots and lots of guns, as where we have lots and lots of cargo.
Right. That is a seemingly accurate representation. So, a couple of shuttles descend from the cruiser and head in your direction.
The second we're stopped, by the way, Gogo would go find Chan. Just FYI.
Okay, sure, yeah. And the shuttles descend and they attach to the docking ports. And I assume you welcome the West Wind on board.
I would be at the port. The
Yeah.
entry
Mhm.
location.
Yeah, and this isn't so to be clear, this isn't Barba. You don't all have to line up in the cargo bay to be inspected.
Yeah.
Westwind is a little bit more informal with it. But to be fair, you've flown in on a reported stolen ship and they're currently at war. So they have some right to be a bit suspicious, right?
Yeah.
So probably about 4 armed men board the ship. And one of them probably says to you, are you Arthur?
I am.
You can
And I
present
hold
your credentials.
Yeah,
right?
I hold out my Westman credential. I hold out my Claris credentials, and then I'm like, look, I've got like 2 forms of documentation, blah blah. This is me.
Right. Yeah.
And I've got like the signed form for the ship saying I even signed for this. Like, well, here's all my shit.
Totally, yeah. And I think that process goes fairly smoothly. They, like, plug it into their system, they read all the data, they hand it back, and they said, I apologize, there must have been some sort of confusion with the system. Now, you'll understand if we also make an inspection, just to be sure.
But by all means.
Good. And him and the men begin to walk through, and where's everybody else located when that happens?
I would have been
There.
present. Yeah, I would have been with Fortune, and I would just, quietly follow them.
Mm-hmm.
Gogo would have went to engineering and basically really quickly, in a kind way, told Chan that they might get the wrong idea about you. So don't speak to them. Don't open your mouth. You may nod if they acknowledge you, and just try to look unassuming. Okay?
Chan takes direction as he always has. Perfectly clear.
Yep.
In his interpretation.
What about you, Dr. Fisher?
Yeah, I'm okay with the situation. I'm in the medbay.
Okay, cool. I think that that Oha is like with you, Oscar. And you all are just kind of following around, and they're doing an inspection. They're checking out the cargo. They probably asked to crack open one of the crates of liquor just to look inside it. Like, they're not going through every crate, but just a random inspection as far as random inspections go. And then the leader guy eventually does see the box bolted to the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he
Which
probably right. No, that one is fine. I'm sure that
that one's an empty box now.
Yeah,
so
that one's
okay.
empty. Basically, you could have disassembled that by now, probably. But the box from Samantha, Sarah. Why did I call her Samantha? That's weird. The box from Sarah, and he probably looks at it and sees the security on it, and he goes, "What did you say was in here again?"
That one was sealed by our client, and I was asked not to open it until the end person I'm delivering it to receives it. So
yeah, and he's like,
know.
"Could I take a look at that bill, please?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you have one that was given to you, right? And
Mhm.
he kind of looks it over and he says, "Huh, interesting. Well, it seems to be pretty high clearance. Although this is a personal ship, no problem with taking non-Westwind goods." And he kind of hands it back to you, Oscar.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
I probably have an answer.
Would you like to spend 2 PowerPoints
I sure would.
Cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
So-
and...
It's a good thing that that's precisely as many as I have.
It is a good thing, isn't it? So we see the ship is hit by this wave of like energy where the like inertial dampeners take a second to catch up, and some crates go sliding, and the ship kind of rocks on its side, and all of you are standing in the cargo bay like have to grab onto something, and everybody else who's not like secured or sitting down kind of gets jostled a bit, and we see that from the outside of the ship we see a fleet that is drilled into the system. And the resounding shockwave from how close they came out of drill space to you is what caused the ship to shake like that.
Fun. And they're not Western ships.
So
They are very clearly not Westwind ships. Oh, I'm not done yet. Hold on. Also, Oha grabs your arm tightly, Oscar, and if Shriek could pale, she would be doing that. And she says, "Enemies approach." And then it rewinds 60 seconds. And the man says, "Can I see that bill, please?"
Sure. Here you go.
What do you do, Oscar?
he gets on comms to Go-Go. So this is going to take longer to describe than it will actually take to enact.
Perhaps.
He's gonna get on comms to Go-Go. Open comms so that the guys standing there speaking with Fortune
Yeah.
also hear. And are we... So they're on board, but we're not physically attached.
So there's a shuttle attached, but like to be fair, they're technically within your bubble, and you could fly with them. It
Okay.
might cause like a -1 on some maneuver, like hardcore maneuvers for Go-Go, but yeah, you could fly with them attached to you
Okay.
because it's like a mag lock, and then it's just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shuttle. It's pretty hardcore stabilization and stuff like that.
Yeah, Oscar goes like full robot and just speaks as clearly as he possibly can, and says, "Go-Go, there are ships inbound. We have to leave now. You all brace. Inform your ship if you are able."
Yeah, and so Go-Go, what's your reaction when that happens?
Immediate turn to Chan, say, "Fire up those engines, boy," and then starts running towards the cockpit.
He nods.
Good guy, Chan.
Yes.
Following.
And he does his work. He does it well. He was trained by the best. Go-Go, you make it up to the cockpit. You start flipping switches and flipping buttons. The man down, he kind of like looks puzzledly at you. Oscar?
Yeah, he says,
He's like, what do you mean?
Oscar says, "We are in imminent and critical danger. There is a fleet incoming. I assure you of this."
Yeah, and he's probably like, well, and he like raises his hand and he like begins talking on his comms. You see, Like, he holds his comp pad up, probably, and he begins talking. And he probably gets out, like, I'm getting reports that there are ships inbound. Can you confirm? Right? And, like, he's talking to the cruiser, and Gogo puts on her seatbelt, and the engines crank to life. And right as they do, the fleet warps in, and the ship jostles, but you've gotten a little bit away from it, and, you're hanging on, and Oha grabs your arm, and through the din, she says, "Enemies approach." And that's where we fade to black.
Dun, dun, dun.
2 points well spent.
Yes.
Music. Yes, exactly.
Please, hopefully, this time.
So, for this session, closing theme, yeah, there you go. For this session, everybody can have 750 experience.
Yay!
I love how no matter how much experience you give us, Devin makes that reaction.
Well, it's scalable.
Yeah.
It's proportional to what we...
It started at 250. No, it's gone up to 750.
I feel like it started much lower than that.
It might have started at
50
100.
or 100.
It might have started at 100. You might be right on that. But yeah, good.
Hey guys, I'm only 10,000 XP away from level 6.
Woo!
I'm only 3.
Yeah,
3 or
experts.
3,000.
Three-
God, I'd be a little more excited if I was at 3, as in.
I would have told Jordan that we all need 703 experience.
Yeah, no, I'd be more upset if that were the case.
So,
maybe we're not all dead. Maybe.
question mark.
Gogo's got it. I'll get out of here. No big deal. Says the den woman. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're all. Some of us are not yet.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Sweet deal.
Maybe not so sweet deal. Apparently someone says our ship was stolen and then paid for a month of maintenance. So I'm very confused on
Somebody's-
what our...
did
Somebody's
that.
trying to scam you.
And then felt regret. And then paid for her.
Yeah, that's obviously what happened.
I
bet. Sounds plausible.
So we'll
Good guy
see.
villains, right? Good
We'll
guy
s-
villains.
Yeah.
That's a
We'll
thing,
s-
right?
We'll see what happens next time, for sure. Does anybody have any final thoughts?
I haven't got to shoot my Valiant's arms rifle yet, so we can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
take a pot shot at one of the cruisers.
Yeah, just put on a helmet,
No big deal.
stick your head out the window, and just take a shot.
Bang! I bring down the whole cruiser with the Valiant's arms rifle.
It's like, God, what is that movie where Tom Hanks shoots the tank with a pistol in it?
Oh God!
Saving Private
Saving
Ryan.
Private Ryan, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say it's like what's that? Is it the Invincibles? What are the
Expendables.
Incredibles.
Expendables? Yes.
Incredibles?
No, it's Expendables. When Jason Statham got his head out the C7,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like just fucking firing a rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. That's what I was imagining.
I promise not to monopolize a quarter of another session anytime soon,
You know what the good news is?
but that was pretty good.
You are a quarter of the players.
That's true.
Yeah, but
I mean, that was me last session, kind of. Well, not last session, but the session before that. Last session was only half the time.
Everybody gets their chance. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. This is obviously going to be
precog
a,
already paying dividends.
the next session's going to be a big go-go session. It feels like. So
Go, 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 go.
Is it? I hope
mean-
not.
gotta go fast.
Well, aren't you
I
going
mean,
to your home
true.
planet also?
I mean, that's what I thought we
Was
were
that
doing,
not-
but
So
we
to be
might
clear,
not make it there.
to be clear as well, you are refueled.
Right, 'cause
Oh, okay.
it was
It was
we did
after.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, well, it doesn't actually matter at this point. But whatever. Regardless, I hope to get to my planet at some point, but we'll see.
This is why people don't take a lot of jobs here in the southernmost quadrant.
Not recently, at least.
Yeah, right.
Well,
not recently.
The ship's getting crowded.
Yeah, they
Sure
were
is.
I know. So we have 2.
There's
Four.
4 West Wind
Plus Oha.
employees on the
Why
ship
did I think
currently.
there was only 2?
I don't know.
I clearly wasn't listening.
So yeah, we're gonna. I don't think we're going anyplace far, but we are gonna be chewing through life support at twice the normal rate with all
Yeah.
these people on.
Well, yeah, I mean, once we're in a place, they can just hop back on their little shuttle. But regardless, we
Yeah,
have to
don't
leave
shear
first.
that off the ship though. Is the important thing, I think.
Nah.
But if you do, that saves us on wind resistance, which is very important in space.
Yes, obviously.
I think you might need to know how space works for a second.
To be fair, you also have some backup in this scenario.
Yeah, we have some extra guns if someone gets on the
True.
ship. So
That
Well,
is a-
that and also there's
That
a
is
cruiser and a couple
there's
of
a
destroyers
cruiser. Yeah, no, I was thinking about
Yeah.
the cruiser
in your
man.
vicinity.
Well, is that not what Fortune or what? God, we're out of character now. What Devin was saying.
I think he was talking about the 4 dudes on the ship.
I mean, all of these things are true.
I mean,
Yes.
we can use them to get shot in the head instead of one of our own.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about these guys. We can just let them get shot in the head all the day.
You mean we're not going to spend 4 real world weeks reviving them?
No, because Chan needs to eat, so
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
again,
we can just
Fortune?
feed them to him. It'll be fine.
Fortune doesn't know these things, and it's better if he never does.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked if you ever came to talk to Coco.
I know.
Okay, just checking.
I mean, I'm gonna play it off like everything's normal because that's what Fortune thinks. So I don't know how you revived him, but he was revived. So.
Well,
Sure.
I'm gonna do the outro.
Okay.
Will won't be here next week, so we'll talk about that
I
in,
mean,
Okay.
in just a moment.
I may be for this game, but that's probably not. Expect me not to
Don't get my
be
hopes up, Will.
pleasantly surprised if I
Is this?
Get our hopes up, breaker.
We can certainly talk about this later, but is this reschedule or skip or?
I will speak with Wilfred a little bit.
I'm pretty flexible, but I don't know what everyone else is up to. So
I will speak with Wilfred.
okie dokie.
Okay. I'll see you guys later, if not in a few minutes.
Bye, stream.
Bye. Alright, guys. Thanks for showing up today. It's been a lot of fun. It's a good step back into the realm of Olympus. I missed it dearly. I'd like to thank everybody for their support today. Shout out to Matt for being awesome and generous. That's all I got, guys. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I hope you all had fun. If you like what you see, please feel free to comment or follow or subscribe or whatever you want to do so you can see more of my stuff. From here on out, we should be back on regular schedule. Woo! Regular schedule. And I hope you all had a great time. I know I certainly did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Either hit me on Twitter or here on YouTube or on Twitch. Feel free to ask away. I am more than willing to answer any questions that are sent to me. But that's all I got. Ta-ta for now. Good luck, have fun, and may your dice always roll high or low depending on the game. And as always, try not to die.